Alright guys, so today I'm just gonna take you around the clock on the analysis of the week. GBUSD, GBJPY, XAUUSD, US30, German 40. That's gonna be the five pairs I'm gonna be looking at. So I'm still gonna be showing you the trend of the market and what you should be expecting for next week. Last week was a little bit more crazy, like I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on GBJPY. Thursday, I think so. Thursday was also kind of crazy, and I lose a lot of money on my 5K prop firm account. I was trading, but right now, Friday trade was like a breakthrough for me. I make much money that I had to try to recover because I was already down. Like I was down almost 4.8% of my account, which I am to breach the account 5%. So I was already almost 5% to breach the account, but I don't know. God just made it happen on Friday. It like USD trade, XAUSD trade, those two trade puts me up. I think US30 also puts me up to 4.8. That I was like, oh my god. Now I'm just down to 2% of the account. I'm down 2% now, so I've made 3% of the account. So it's a plus for me. So I'm really happy for that shit. And now right now next week is gonna just feel it's gonna be crazy. And I think the problem with me was that I was too focused on GBJPY. GBJPY last week was the end of the week, so as the end of the week, market always want to try to like they want to like rearrange the market or something like that. I don't know, but for those of you that traded GPGPY last week, you know what I'm talking about. The pair was so much of choppiness, giving fake signals, and that was crazy. But I just thank God that I still closed the week without losing my account, my two profit account, which is the Naira Trader and the Hardmos profit account. So now from next week, I'm just hoping the week work well for me because I've already made my analysis and now have decided to diversify my trades. That means I'm not going to be trading on GBUJPY again because I tested my strategy on GBUSD and I see and I realize and I make money, and that was the proof that my strategy works on any pair. So it works on GBUSD. Although when I created that strategy, I actually created it with GBJPY and thought it was going to be only GBJPY, but nevertheless, everything turns out that GBUSD as well work even. I don't know if I should say better than GBJPY, but the whole work perfect. The whole work perfect. So I'm going to be trading now GBJPY, GBUSD. Although SAUUSD works, my strategy works well on it, and I'm also going to be adding it. So when it comes to German 40, I think it's also a very sweet setups that I've been seeing because before I choose this pair, I took my time. You see my highs very like these days I don't even sleep well because of forex. Like I don't sleep well. Like I'm working my way to being profitable. I don't sleep well. I don't have good sleep. I don't even have time to even be eating much food because right now my mind, my brain, everything about me is just forex. I've gone through a lot in this shit since the year 2004, so it's been a really I've really go through so many shit on this thing. So but this thing I'm not going to be giving up. That's why I document my journey on YouTube so that everyone's going to see how I started. They're also going to see how my story changed. So all these things is something as a forex you have to be documenting. So GBJPY, GBUSD, SAUSD, it looks promising for the week, but we are not going to be rushing it. So you're not going to be rushing it. You have to wait for the right timing because in trading, the secret you must know is that timing is one of the secrets one of the things you should always pay close attention to. And I think that's all for now. I don't want to make this video too long. So guys, this is just it. Let's go to the chat and let's see what we have for this week, guys. All right, see you on the chat. Alright guys, this is gonna be very quick and very I'm not gonna take much of your time. Looking at this GBUSD, guys, I told you I used the TGR strategy on this pair, and it seems like it works as better as GBP JPY. GBUSD is mad on this strategy, fire like crazy. So you can see how price have been reacting to my levels. Look at the chart, guys. Look at how price reacts whenever it gets to my levels. Look at the reactions. This is massive. This is massive. The same reaction gave me a very nice profit on Friday, and we have to just look at what we should be expecting on GBUSD next week. Looking at the trend first of all, which is the first thing you should be looking at when you come to a chart. After marking out your levels, you should look at the trend of the market. Obviously, the trend of this market is bullish, so we want to be looking out for more buys on GBUSD. So, well, that doesn't mean if we get a sell signal, we shouldn't go in. But just to let you know, we are still bullish. So I'm seeing some kind of a level. I didn't make this video to draw the levels, but I just want to acknowledge this point here, this diagonal resistance that I'm seeing somewhere around this point. But I think it's price have already broke. It was a bear, it was a downward move, but it has been invalidated. So price have broke above it, and this should be like a retest to the 1.34500. Let me show you guys. The price have already break above this trend line, so this is like a retest to this point. So we are looking for price to keep buying to the upside, and that's just it on USD. Let me just delete this off. So I only did that for educational purpose. So we are looking to buy. So if price next week comes to this level, then we're looking for confirmation, then we are hitting up the buy. It's going to be massive, it's going to be massive. So we'll target, the drop might happen, London session might just drop to this point, New York session might push price to the upside. That just is on WUSD. Let's scale to the 1 hour time frame. I think this, I don't want this video to take more time than I expect. Looking at it, you guys can remember the screenshot I dropped on the Telegram channel there. I took this sell from this point to this point, and I took this buy from this. I'm supposed to take this buy from this point, but because I just took some profit already, I made some profit, so I had to wait. And price rally up to this point. Sorry, I entered at this point and price rally up to this point, and that was just it on WUSD last week. So it was a pizza. So that being said, yeah, let's scale to GBJPY. You know, I can't do any analysis without touching GBJPY, guys. Can't do any analysis. So looking at GBJPY from the 4 hour time frame, it's pretty much bearish. So we are bearish on GBJPY, and this was the previous low of the previous week, and the price came here. So we should be looking for buys, right? But I'm not going to be taking any buy trade inside this point here, because as long as price is still inside this trend, there are possibilities that market might drop, and we only look out for buys when price break above here, come back here, then we look out for buys. But for now, we're just going to be looking at the market, although price have already showed us a signal of reaction around this point, that this is a very strong point, because price have been reacting to it from the previous week. You can see the reactions here, reaction, and now price getting to this place. So I believe WJPY will buy to the upside. It will push up, it will push break this point, because this level is a very strong psychological level. Price will gonna break, gonna break up to this point and will drop, we buy. So that is it for WJPY. No much things to do here, because the market will be consolidating throughout this week. As you can see, this is a weekly. From this point to this point, actually 1 week. So you can see the consolidation, no good trend, no better trend, giving us fake signals. So that being said, I don't know if I should just take a look at gold. Let's just take a look at gold though. So because we are trading gold, you can see as well, this is gold, the 4 hour time frame, we are bullish on gold. So any opportunity we see for buy, we're going to be eating up a very nice lot size. If it gives us opportunity to sell, then you're going to go with a minimum risk, right? But any signal for buy, then we are hitting up the buy at this point here. I believe at this point here, at New York session, I only trade gold New York session. I don't trade gold in London session, no matter what. So this is what I'm looking out for. I think I've already taken like 6 minutes already. I don't know if I'm going to try my best to compress this video, because I don't want it to take much of the time. Let me just take up this watch list from German 40. I don't know how many of you guys know German 40. German 40, I also tried this. I actually tried this strategy on different pairs. I tried this strategy on different pairs, but these are the pairs I'm more comfortable and I have more confidence with. This is German 40, JPY, GBUSD, SAUSD, and US 30 is some kind of, it's going to take time, but the strategy also works. But US 30 is this kind of pair that if I want to take trade on it using this strategy, it's going to be swinging, guys, because the signals happen randomly. It doesn't really happen at a section. Unless you have been holding a trade, you hold the trade up to a section open, then it's just going to push, but it doesn't really give signal at the opening section, unlike UBUSD, GBJPY, and gold. So that's just it. I think that's the difference between forex and indices. So guys, looking at the German 40, you can see it's pretty much bearish. So whatever you're going to be doing, you're just going to be selling German 40, and nevertheless, anything can happen in the market. The market might choose to start buying, but as a technical trader, you just have to follow the trend here from the 4 hour time frame, which is the current trend right now. As a day trader, you always have to look at the 4 hour time frame for your current trend. So the current trend here is bearish, so we're going to be looking for more sales. So at this point, you're not going to make any decision until price get up to this point, then we look out for confirmation to drop to the downside. So you're not going to be buying on German 40, because it could be a little bit risky to buy. The market is bearish, so unless price break above this trend, and we look out for buy to the upside. But for that being said, let's go to the US 30. That is US 30, guys. Look at US 30 from the overall trend of this market, which is the daily time frame. It's actually bullish. So but that's not the case. I only care about the 4 hour trend. The 4 hour trend as well is also bullish, and I can as well clean up this, and let me make use of the 4 hour trend. I respect the 4 hour trend more than the daily time frame trend. So I'm just gonna draw this, and I'm just gonna fix this here, and I'm gonna fix this here. Okay guys, this is just it. I'm gonna fix this here. That's the trend, guys. This is the trend. This is the trend of the market. From the 4 hour time frame, US start is bullish, so we want to be looking out for more buys. Let's go down to 1 hour time frame. Let's see. Price have already break above this point. So imagine if I have taken some buy from here. I wouldn't have buy though because we are still inside this trend. But now that we are breaking this trend, I'm waiting for price to get here, get back here. Then we're going to be buying because we are bullish. So any signal we get for a buy, we are going in, guys. That's just what I have for you on this video. And this is Green FX signing out.